Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial. In the last one we talked about how to install Ubuntu in the virtual machine, and in this one I'm going to see some of the commands that we are going to use for installing Hadoop in this virtual machine, and also we'll be looking into some other features of Ubuntu so that we can navigate properly and easily to achieve what we want to do. That means installing and running Hadoop in this machine. You can see that on the left side we have some of the icons, the browser, and then the file and folder location. And then if we go down here, let's type, we would like to see the terminal. So let's type terminal and then it comes over here. So if we look at over here, you see that the username is study8 and this is the VirtualBox name, and it's prompting what at beside, like there is a tilde and then the $sign. So that means it's the home directory of the user. And who is the user here? The user here is the study8, okay, with the login password as 123. Now this is the home directory for the user, but if we would like to see that at the top of this there is a root directory, I mean the root user. So if we would like to move there, we can type just cd and then slash and then hit enter, cd backslash and hit enter, and then we moved on to the root directory. So see, there is a difference between here. So here it is a tilde, so that means it's the home directory of the user, and this is the root directory. Now we're going to use a command ls. So if we hit enter, then we can see all of the directories that are under the root directory. The root directory has everything on your Linux system is located under the root directory, and we call it the root directory. It's like the C drive of our Windows machine. And then if we look at over here, there are some other essential directories, which is one of them is the bin directory. So bin directory is this one, okay? And the bin directory contains the essential user binaries, programs that must be present when the system is mounted. And applications such as like Firefox are stored in this user bin. So that means this bin directory is a very important directory that that holds some of the executable of the programs. And then a bin directory is kind of like similar to the bin directory. Now the other one we would like to see the home directory. So now if you see over here, there is a home directory, okay, over this one, and the home directory is the directory contains it holds each of the users directory. So let's say I logged in as a as the name as a study8, and there is another name, let's say XYZ. So all of those directories for the specific users will be under this directory. So these directories are again at the very top level, and there is one etc directory that contains configuration files which can generally be edited by hand in a text editor. Okay, and we'll also be talking about the text editor as well. There is a lib directory at the beside the home directory. You can see the lib directory contains libraries needed by the essential binaries, the bin and bin directory. Okay, so now let's move on to the home directory of the user study8. But before that, we can use another command that is called pwd. So the pwd will be telling like in which what is your location, and my location is right now it's the root directory. So let's move on to cd and tilde, and then this moves me to the home directory. Okay, and now let's look at pwd, and with the pwd we can see that under the home directory we have the user study8 and that directory. Okay, so if I write ls, so the ls will be giving me the list of the directories that we are going to have. So Right now, what we are planning to do is we are going to have the home directory study aid, and under the study aid, I'm going to use or I'm going to install this Hadoop. Okay, and whenever I'm going to download the Hadoop, it will be coming to the downloads, you know, downloads directory. Now there are some other directories. I mean, there are some other uh, command that we're going to use. One of the command is called cat. Okay, so the cat has like various things. One is that if you just type, let's say, cat xyz, so that means it's just opening the file to view the file named xyz. Okay, we can do, or we can open multiple files like that. Another thing that we're going to use is cat, and then let's say new file. So this will create a file named new file. Okay, but there is another one. Let's say that this command we are going to use, cat file 1 and then file 2. So this means that the output will append the content of one file to the end of another file. Okay, so this command we are going to use. Another command that we are going to use is the file permission. So because we are going to create some directories over there, and those directories should be accessible by some other program. So how do we do that? We can do chmod, okay, 777 and path to file. So chmod 777 means the path to the file. So in this case, let's say the uh, file we have created, or the permission that we are giving to the file, is going to be read, write, and executable. Okay, so we are giving it the full permission. It's not always wise, but our purpose here is just to go through some of the practices. Is just for the purpose of the practices. And then the another thing that we are going to use for editing purpose, we are going to use the nano command. Okay, so these are just the very basic commands that we are going to use. Again, if we would like to move to another directory, it's the cd command. If you'd like to see which directory that's the pwd command. If you'd like to see the listing of the files, that is the ls command. If we would like to change the file permission, that's the chmod command. Okay, so that's all for a short introduction to the Unix system and the Unix commands. Okay, that's all. Thank you.